Hello, Facebook Live, and welcome to day 87 of 365 days of Facebook Live. My name is Jessica Dano, and I am a women's relationship went to the beach today. I just got back, so gotta clean up a little bit. Women's relationship coach and feminine embodiment mentor. And I help women have extraordinary relationships with the love of their life. So something I want to talk to you about today. And that is about letting go of all dysfunctional relationships that are not serving you to be in the frequency of your sacred union partnership. So when women come to me saying that they desire to be in the sacred union love, they're not looking for just they're not looking to just manifest a guy and go on a date and have a guy that's just like good enough to marry. They don't want that kind of mediocre love. They don't want a mediocre life. A lot of the women that I work with have been on this path of breaking patterns in their life, and they're no longer desiring and wanting to play small. And these women are coded in a way that is about that's about sacred, a deep devotional love. It's not surface level, right? And the women that I work with are ready. They are ready. They are willing to go in and do the work. They are not scared to face their fears. And the women that I work with usually have done some facing of some big fears. And what I have noticed is that when you are on this path, everything in your life that is not aligned must go. Everything that is dysfunctional must go. Everything that is not aligned with your soul desires must go. Everything that is dysfunctional and keeping you small must go. And that is not just human beings. That is not just friendships that are not that are dysfunctional. It's not just mother and father relationships or brother and sister relationships. It is also work relationship, like your relationship to work, not just the people inside of it. It's your relationship to your body and your body image. It is your relationship to money. It is your relationship to anything that is keeping you small, that is activating a lot of shit inside of you. So I'm going to give you an example. I have a client that she wants to call in her soulmate, her sacred union partner. And she's at a place where in her work, where as we were doing our work, she started to talk to me and share about her work environment and how, not her work environment, her work and how she doesn't want to do it. And she feels like she's been wanting to drop her hours and things like that and like really go into something else. So one of the first things that we did is like, okay, you're going to drop your hours. Because number one, it's a soul desire that she's feeling, right? So what happens? First of all, let's backtrack a little bit. She's been wanting to do it, but she hasn't pulled the trigger. Every now and then she'll get the urge for this desire to come through, right? This desire would come through and then she would squash it down. And then eventually a few months later, a year later, boom, it comes up. So as she's working with me, because I'm here to expand you, I am here for you to live your soul-led life, to live a life that's extraordinary. I'm not going to allow you to play small. You will not be playing small in my field. Like you just won't, or else we're not going to be a good match. I'm going to trigger the fuck out of you, or our results aren't going nowhere, and I would say this is not the right match, and let's just close this container for this cycle and then off to the next. Because I am not here for women who want to stay small. That's not what I'm here, and I know they don't want to either. So I was like, all right, we're going to take action on this desire. You're not going to hold back on this anymore. So she does it, and of course, because she works in a corporate situation. It took about a month. When she asked for that, it took about almost maybe more like 6 weeks, because they do the schedule like ahead of time. And I think she asked like maybe 2 weeks before the schedule was put out, but the schedule was already put out or whatever. So we had to wait almost 6 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks, until this actual new schedule came in. And once this new schedule came in, her whole energy shifted. Not like, of course, it has to do a lot with all the work that we've been doing to lead up to this, because she was already feeling lighter. I was already feeling her more. She was very numb. But I always felt this sense of like this, something wasn't getting tapped. Like I could feel it. I couldn't put my finger on it. I didn't know what it was yet. I was like, there's something there. It's almost like sometimes I wanted to shake her. You know what I mean? Like energetic. I just want to like wake up. It's like a part like that. That part of her was asleep. I wanted to like wake up, you know? So it's been a couple of weeks with her new schedule, and I feel her radiance. I feel her feminine radiance. I feel her pleasure. I feel her truth, her essence. I was like, yes, bitch. Yes. This is it. This is what I'm feeling. I'm feeling her when she says like, I felt like I went on this trip and I went to Orlando and it was really nice and I want to go there again, probably at the end of the month, and I felt her alive. I felt her alive. It's like, yes, because she's living in her soul-led desire. And a sacred union partner, to be in that frequency, you have to be in your soul-led frequency. You cannot live in fear. And here I'm going to give you my own personal experience on this. After me and my ex had broken up on January 2017, like I'm pretty sure it was like January 7th. It was somewhere in the middle of whatever, it doesn't matter, it's besides the point. After that relationship ended, there was still something in me that was like I could feel something holding me back. And I was like, what is this energy that I'm feeling that's like pulling me, you know? And something happened at work. I was a personal trainer at this really fancy schwanky corporate gym. It was the Diamond Club, right? That's what they called it. Anyways, and I realized, I was like, you know what? This is exactly the same as my relationship that I just had the balls, for lack of better words, to leave. I was like, I can't be here anymore. I was like, I have to go. So I made a decision that I would leave May 1st. So I made a decision around January, February. All of it happened like in the beginning, like both of them were really back to back. My leaving of my ex and the decision that I made. And I was full gung-ho on that, and I did, right? But that was me living my soul-led life and not playing small. And Ron came into my life in April of 2017. And not even a month later, it was May 1st where I said, okay, bye-bye, dysfunctional corporate world. I am no longer available for your like toe the line energy. I'm here doing all this work, but you, the manager, get all the credit. So you're going to keep me in the shadows, just how my ex did, always keeping me small, always making me feel belittled. I was like, dysfunctional relationship, bye-bye. You have to live in your courage. You have to live your soul-led life if you want to be in the frequency of sacred union love. You cannot live in fear. This love is not in the same frequency of that, because this love is brave, it is courageous, it is another sovereign soul that is also living a path of courageousness. Does it mean you have to be perfect? No. Of course, there's still going to be fears that come up that will that will be met along the way in your relationship, but it's the vibration, it's you making that decision. I'm no longer living in fear. I'm no longer going to dismiss my desires when they come up. Like with my client, for years she's been wanting to cut down to 30 hours in her corporate job. Finally, she did it with me, because you don't play small with me. What comes up, we're taking action on it. And I can feel her alive. When on our last call, I was like, girl, I said it like 3 times. I'm like, your energy. I could feel like her magnetism. I'm like, oh my God, men are going to be so attracted to this. Men are going to be drawn to her because she's open and she's radiant. She's in her feminine essence. She's alive. When I met Ron, I was so alive. Do you get what I'm saying here? Are you living in your fear? Are you allowing dysfunctional relationships to stay present in your life, including some of the dearest relationships that you have? If you are, you gotta let it go. You gotta be brave. You have to be willing to choose you first and face the fire of the uncomfortable sensations that come with releasing something that is not serving you. Or else you're staying in that mediocre frequency. Sacred union love is not mediocre. Sacred union love is extraordinary. It is magical. And in order to live in this vibration of magic, extraordinary, incredible, you have to live your life like that, which requires, Jesus, I could not say that word, your courage, your faith, your trust in you, your trust in your desires, your trust in the voice of your womb. I have yet to meet anyone who's in this in a sacred union relationship. And I'm talking about sacred union. I'm not talking about husband and wife. I'm not talking about someone who just got married. I'm talking about sacred union. This is a very special, it's a, I don't want to say special, because I don't know if I really like that word, but it's a very unique templated relationship. There's no dysfunction in this. And whatever dysfunction starts to show up, it will have to be alchemized. And as if you've heard a lot of my stories, and if you've been in some of my programs and like my Masterclasses, certain things have come up with my mother-in-law where Ron had to face certain things and he was willing to face them, right? Certain things that happen in the world that we had to face and confront. I had to face and confront my relationship with money. But I was already, both of us were already on this path. So it's a decision that you make that you are no longer playing small. You are no longer going to squash your desires, and you're going to dream big. Going to dream big, no matter how uncomfortable it gets, because on the other side of that uncomfortable sensation is the love of your life, is the life of your dreams, is everything you ever wanted, all of it. You can have everything. But we have to let go of these dysfunctional relationships, and the reason why we're in them is because of fear. You have to face them. So if you are on this path and you are ready to face and you're ready to go in and do the deep inner work, my one-on-one mentorship is for you. Sacred Union Love is for you. Message me. I'm taking spaces in August, so we have time to talk and chat and see if this is the right space for you, the right container for you. If not, we'll talk about other options. If based on where you are, what you're looking for, where the gap is between where you are now as a single woman, as whatever it is, and looking to get to the side of sacred union love, with the love of your life, with a man who's a fresh air, and you're done with the bullshit relationships that men who are toxic, men who are narcissistic, men who keep you small and who creates suffering in your life. So message me if you're interested in that. Sex Priestess is also out right now. We start on July 27th. This is for the woman who has been on a feminine awakening path, and she is ready to now dive into her sexuality. And she is ready to connect spiritually with her feminine body, tap into the depths of her erotic pleasure, and have transcendental experiences with God, sexual transcendental experiences with God and her king. So if you are interested in this, message me. It is a 6-week Mistress Mind, so you're going to be with a group of women who are on the same path as you, who are very serious about their feminine awakening, who are experiencing sexual suppression, some shame, some locked up energy sexually, and they're ready to fully unleash and feel the aliveness and the ecstaticness of life, which can elevate you to different levels of consciousness, because we are meant to feel so much greatness and so much pleasure in our life, but we're so used to living in a place of suffering and struggle, because this is what the world has conditioned us to do and to be, that when you unlock this part of you, it is going to bring these places where the light has been dimmed off, has been turned off, where you're going to turn it on, and you're going to feel even so much better than you feel now. So alive in your body, and so safe in your body, and also safe around men. And you will know what to do with this energy if you've been someone who has overused this energy and exploited it. You're going to learn now what to do with it, and you don't have to keep her suppressed anymore. So if you're interested in that, that's Sex Priestess, and it begins on July 27th. Right now it's $699. On Monday, I'm going to increase it to the full price of $999. So we can talk more about this. If you join my mentorship program, this is already included within that. So message me if you're interested in that. Payment plans are also available for both my mentorship and Sex Priestess. And I hope you have a beautiful day. I'm going to go and cook some dinner.